Good morning everybody, Dakoba here from Gaming is Life, and we're back with another 1-minute guide. Today we're taking a look at the Queen's Court in Azshara's Eternal Palace. Now, Queen's Court is a 2-boss fight where you fight Silavaz the Zealous and Pashmar the Fanatical. We recommend dividing your raid into 2 groups, a ranged group and a melee group, having melee stack on Silavaz the Zealous and focus him down, while range burns down Pashmar the Fanatical and stacks near the middle of the arena. Tanks will need to swap when Pashmar's tank gets to about 7 stacks. Now, Silavaz the Zealous focuses on abilities that require the group to stack up. When he casts Frenetic Charge, the targeted player will need to either use an immunity or stand with a soaking group who will help split the damage from that hit. When he casts Zealous Eruption, it will pulse heavy damage throughout the arena except within the bubble that surrounds the boss, so the entire raid, possibly barring Pashmar's tank if they have cooldowns, will need to stack within Silavaz's bubble. Now, by contrast, Pashmar the Fanatical focuses on mechanics that require players to spread out. When players are targeted by Fanatical Verdict, they need to run away from other players, and when he casts Violent Outburst, players need to vacate the area around the boss. Pashmar will also occasionally cast Potent Spark, which will summon 3 sparks through the arena. These need to be killed at separate times, and their health will decay on their own naturally, so we recommend having the melee group focus down the spark nearest to them, having ranged stay focused on their boss, but doing incidental cleave onto their spark, and leaving the 3rd one in the back of the arena alone, which will allow all 3 sparks to expire at different times. Now, in addition to the boss mechanics throughout the fight, Azshara will be issuing decrees to the raid that people need to follow. When she calls for form ranks, 5 circles will appear on the arena floor and 1 player needs to soak each. Any that are missed will trigger a heavy explosion on the raid, and missing all of them will certainly wipe the group. The second decree is called Repeat Performance. During Repeat Performance, casting the same ability twice will cause the player to be silenced and pacified for 2 seconds, making them unable to take any gainful action for that time. The third decree is Stand Alone. This will cause players to pulse small amount of damage nearby. This is a bigger problem when dealing with Silavaz the Zealous abilities that require stacking, but fortunately the damage from Stand Alone is relatively minor as long as it's not the entire raid stacking for the soak. So if you need to soak a charge, feel free to do that with 2 or 3 other players and just focus some extra healing on that group. Similarly, while the entire raid stands within the Zealous Eruption bubble, simply try to avoid stacking with as many players as possible, maintaining a good even spread. Deferred Sentence is the 4th decree that Azshara will issue, and it causes players to take stacks while standing still, and then take damage based on the number of stacks they have while moving. We recommend everybody get to 3 stacks and then jump to reset those. At the end of Deferred Sentence, the more stacks you have, the more damage you take. So especially as the decree is about to expire, moving to reset those is critical. The final decree is called Obey or Suffer, and is simply a healing block whenever avoidable damage is taken. This raises the importance of doing mechanics well, but doesn't change the fundamentals of the fight. That's all for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.